Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you may be joining in from. If you can hear me, just use the chat box and say yes. Okay, thank you, Uche. Thank you, Collins. Thank you, Toby. Yeah, so we'll be starting right away. Let me check. How many of us, okay, let me ask it this way. When is the class supposed to start? I mean, the RPA training. I want to be sure you know the dates. Put it in the chat box tomorrow. What time is it? What time is it tomorrow? 7 p.m. Great. So we're well informed. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thank you, Luke Benga. And how many of us are ready? Okay. Great. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself or your mic will be disabled. Okay, so let's get straight into what we have for this evening. Today is just to go through a few things and to prepare you for your class tomorrow. I have with me our CEO and the person of Mr. Gabriel Shobande. Mr. Gabriel, are you in, sir?
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
And Mr. Groshama is coming in soon.
Okay. Yeah, the managing director is Mr. Victor Duroshoma. Glad to have you in here. Mr. Timileyi, are you in here with us? Okay, so maybe he'll join us in a moment. Great. So let me just share a few things, and then I'll bring the CEO up to tell us more. Then at some point, Mr. Timley will come up to tell us how we're to get into the class tomorrow. Yeah, RPA, Robotics Process Automation. The class starts tomorrow and the time is 7 p.m. What I'm going to be doing is just passing information. Our CEO will talk about a few things about the program. Tonight's webinar is going to be brief. If there are questions, we're going to attend to them briefly. Much of the answers you may expect to your questions are already in the first webinar we did, and we have always directed you to go watch the replay. The replay is on our YouTube channel. So watch the replay, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you could get notifications on when videos get dropped on the platform. Okay, so RPA, which is Robotics Process Automation, starts tomorrow, and the time is 7 p.m. Nigerian time, 7 p.m. WAT. So the class runs from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Now, we have said that you need a laptop for this program or for this training. If you do not have a laptop, there's no way a smartphone can get you through this training. So you may have to wait till you have a laptop before you take a training like this. That's one. Number two is you need internet access and data. Now, our experience in the last class or in previous classes, some persons complain about data, internet. Well, it's yours to fix. It's not ours to fix. We have made the training free, so make sure you have something you're bringing on board as well. Get a good internet for your class, and be sure you are in class. Now, the third thing I will talk about is being in class, being involved. Now, Teams, Microsoft Teams, which is the platform we use as a way of taking attendance, and your instructor also will be paying attention to those who are engaging with the lessons, engaging with other participants in the training. So we're going to pay attention to all of these things because these things will amount to those who will get scholarship eventually to take their exams, and those who don't, those who won't get scholarship. So class participation or being in class is very key. Aside the fact that it helps you to learn better and faster, it's also a prerequisite for us to consider those who may be bringing in through scholarship. Now, so class participation is key. Then when you are in class, let me say this first. Microsoft Teams, just like I mentioned earlier, Microsoft Teams is what we use for our training. So make sure you have it downloaded on your laptop and on your phone. It is what you will use for your classes, so get used to it. If you need to learn anything about it, get it done before your class tomorrow. And we'll send out links. However, you can always get in through the LMS platform of iMac Academy. You can get into your class through the LMS platform. At some point, we're going to show you that. And what is expected of you after your initial registration, you have to enroll into this course, which is Robotics Process Automation. You enroll through imacacademy.tech. Yeah, I think I should stop here for now. CEO, sir, I want to check if Mr. Victor Duroshomo, the managing director, is in. Sir, are you in?
Yes, I'm in.
Oh, good afternoon, sir. I know it's afternoon for you over there. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so I will come to you as well, sir. So let's have Mr. Gabriel Shobande.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ade Shobande, and that's Mr. Kolawole Korede, who is in charge of this program. But also, I'm sure you all had my partner and my best friend, is particularly more a brother than a friend, Mr. Victor Duroshama. We're partners, equal partners in this venture. We actually came to the conclusion of what can we do, for ourselves, and what can we do, concurrently for our country. So we could do this anywhere. What we are doing is, and I'll tell you a little side story. is that the course you're studying is robotic process automation by UiPath, the company called UiPath. Well, the day it became public, it was hoping to be worth $3 billion. The day it went public, it was worth $43 billion. So which is about 14 times what it had hoped, it had prayed it was going to be worth, which means that there's a big and strong appetite for this product in the world. Robotic process automation, what it does is it allows companies to save insane amount of money by creating robots, not creating real physical robots, but software robots that can do the job of many people, especially in medicine and finance and some other niche fields. So it saves where you need maybe 1,000 people, you just need one robot that will do the job. Hold on 1 second, please. Please, I'm in a webinar, I'll call you back. Okay, so which would be able to do the job of, thousands, maybe even thousands of people. It works 24 hours a day. It's going to work without errors. More accurately, it doesn't take vacation. It doesn't need sick leave. It doesn't, you can fill the robot maybe for $5 a month. That's the electricity bill probably needs to power it once it's implemented. So this is what you're going to learn. It's unfortunately, it also doesn't require much background in either. It's widget-based programming. It's much easier than any other programming you could ever want to take. It still requires you to try and know things as things come along. You really want to get good at your trade. So you need to really, what it needs most in my own vision and my own view is diligence, somebody who really wants to know it. And there's a reason why, first of all, UiPath doesn't, as most American requirements, they don't really care if you've never been to school. They just need to know that what you're doing, you're damn good at it. So what you have to do is say, okay, I'm going to be good at this and find the best way you can. And the only way is just to study it really, really hard. And I have, actually, I see somebody I would like to see here, who's one of who has graduated from this program. Testimony, are you there? Is it you?
Yes, sir, it's me. Good afternoon, sir.
Testimony is one of those people who has finished this. She finished the course. She's going through orientation. She has a few more months because we diverted to do some other things. But the company's showing interest already. They really want to hire them. They haven't. So we're actually talking to those people. Somebody is not muted, please. Will you mute yourself? So she has finished the course. She has passed the 2 exams required. She's going to, after you pass the exam, which is about 10 weeks or so, you go through a 6-month orientation, which is our way to make sure you understand, how your clients are likely to want you. They don't care. They don't want to hear any sad story. They want you to come to work on time, be engaged throughout your time, not leave, and just do the work well and do it well and on time and be professional. So we need to really do the orientation. And during the orientation, we've added more certifications now for the future, which the people that prompted me that they wanted to do it, Testimony and the people and a partner doing the orientation now. Julius, is Julius here? Okay, so they want to take some other RPA, which is very closely affiliated, and say, why not do it? So this is what we are doing. Some people said, oh, when do we get the laptop and all that? That's, if the reason you want to join is because of the stipend and if that's your end goal, then you really, really, I feel sad for you, because there's a whole lot more that doors that this can open for you. that is way more. You can buy your own laptop. You can buy many laptops. You'll be able to do that. It opens doors for you in the future that just knowing it, but not just knowing it, you really have to get good at it. I mean, like you pass the exam is the first thing that makes people take a look at you and say, oh, yeah. They say, okay, Obikoya, Benga, maybe, yeah, man, it looks good on paper. But Obikoya has to now go to start the work and be competent and really know it. This is beyond maybe what you're doing in class. You really have to go get yourself really, I mean, going to GitHub sites, going to different challenges. I'll give testimony a minute to just say, give me an idea of the things that you think will help. Just briefly, that if besides just passing, she's a developer. She has passed the 2 exams. She is a developer, RPA developer in UiPath. But then the other thing that they're doing, can you just briefly mention the things that we're doing to make sure your skills are so enhanced you have real market value? You mind going in for about a minute or so, and then I'll continue. Testimony.
Okay, sir. Well, after we've passed the exam, there's the orientation for 6 months, and during the orientation, we are given different projects to projects that we don't know how to solve. So we have to think out of the box using RPA and possibly some other tools, and then solve it and return the solution back to whoever needs it. I also try to learn or do other courses on Coursera just to improve our skills and ensure we do also as a team, working with other people and then also solving solutions.
Thank you. And also other things we added is, yeah, go ahead. If you're still going on, please.
Oh, no, I said you're welcome, sir.
They also do portfolios. You have to do 3 portfolios. One, you choose whatever you want. The second is it has a big collaboration because we need you to be able to work with other people. You can, because you're going to, anywhere you go, it's going to be a group. So, and then the third one is we will give you one project and say, hey, this is what you want to do. And we want you to do, and you have to find a solution, create that product. Besides that, we open you to take challenges, go to a lot of blog sites, and just learn the trade, know the space. And we're adding to the orientation. I mean, we've added also where somebody comes in, there's some keywords in the industry, because we want you to know those things so that it flows from your mouth just smoothly, not like maybe because you're hearing it every day for 6 months. So you learn those things. And then another thing we're adding is the news trends on daily basis, where whatever is in the industry, you are a part of not in the classroom, but during orientation. So the class you're taking is for about 10 weeks. So we need you to study hard, like Mr. Kolawole was saying. A lot of people, first of all, when you take the exam, if you take the first and second exam, once you pass the 2 exams, we're going to pay you the fee. We're going to give you whatever money you spent on it, not whatever money you spent on it. Now, because we have available to us a 50% discount. So the first exam is $150. We will get you a 50% discount from UiPath. So you won't pay $150, you pay $75. And then the second exam is $200. If you pass the exam, if you pass the 2 exams, I will give you a voucher and you only pay $100. So you only pay $175 for the 2 exams. You can go that route.
Yeah, $175. So they will get to know it's not Naira, sir.
Yeah, $175. Yeah. So once you pass the exam, then and you have already contracted, this class is open for everybody. You don't have to work for us, but you have to indicate to us you're going to work for us at the beginning. Halfway, if you come to us, we may or may not accept you. We are giving it away. There are 1,000 institutions in the world that UiPath gave this trading licenses to. We are one of the 1,000. There are 7 other institutions in Nigeria. I think all of them are universities. They're offering this. Everybody charges money. Of the 1,000 there are in the world, we're the only one not charging anything. So this class is free. You can take the course. And then you don't have to work with us. You can say, listen, I'll just pay for my own exam and I'll get my own job. And so you can do that. We leave that open to anybody, anywhere who wants to take it. Whether you've ever been to school or you have a PhD, we really don't, we're agnostic to your qualification. We want you to just do the best. If you think you can learn it and you really got good at it, then hey, go at it. So that's what we're looking for. So if you pass the 2 exams on your own, we'll pay you, and you've opted to work with us, then we'll give you your money immediately. Maybe we verify your certificate and we're sure, then we'll wire the money to you immediately, so you get your money back. So the whole cost, there's no cost for you except your cost of data, your computer, and your sweat equity. We want to create a path for people to be able to get in and, just succeed if they so choose. We found out that some people have, even for the $75 and $100, they don't have it. So what we've done is we've decided we're going to offer, well, it's still the same. If you find the money and pay, we're going to get your money back. So we're going to, in some cases, pay for some people to take, they won't even have to pay, but we must see something that tells us we're not wasting our money. So we'll be doing tests, the instructor, Mr. Moyo, will be running the test. With compilation of all the tests, we're going to come at this time and say, okay, yeah, if you score like 90% above, you are definitely in, and we see your progress. The test is there. You can do practice tests. We already set it up. If you want to take tests every day, so that when we now say we want to test you, the whole class, and you score 90-something%, then we think your chances of passing the real exams are good, well, then we pay for it. You don't even have to have a penny of your own. But we're going to do it for maybe, we haven't decided the number 10, 20, we're going to decide to pay for or more. I mean, it doesn't matter because anyway, we're going to give you the money back anyway. So it's immaterial to us. If you have 100 people and everybody does well on the test and passes the exam, then we'll pay for it. We may have a cutoff point. We still have to discuss that with my colleagues and my partner. Well, what we're going to do, it's not something carved in stone. So what I'm going to urge you to do is, take the opportunity to study hard. I mean, even if you've never seen programming before, you're going to have your eureka moment where you say, oh, shucks, man, this thing is not that difficult, but it's Greek to you at the first time, but that means nothing. So I would say you put in your effort the best you could, and then get the certifications. The certification means something. It's something that's a lifelong. They don't take it back. You'll be a RPA developer for the rest of your life. And that has value. It has value where you can always, maybe you travel to, there are countries that if you have it, it means something to them. I know like in Canada, people want to transfer logo to Canada. They have this program they don't want you like you don't have any skills. They know if you have certain skills, even if you live in Canada, you either get a job in Canada or you get a job in the US, and you're not going to be a welfare case or somebody who's just walking the streets and they have to support. They know you have the skills to make a living wage, you understand? So those are people they want. So this could help along that because it will be one of the skills you can just say, oh, I have these skills. I'm an RPA developer. And that would mean something to the people choosing Canada. Say, yeah, we want you. So, but that's not the reason why we are doing this. We're not just trying to be like, we're not the Salvation Army. We're business, for profit business. So we're doing it, but we took a more expansive view. since we're already having the training from platform, we say, hey, let everybody come in. You don't have to want to work with us. You can come on your own. You can opt to work with us. But if you opt to work with us, after you finish the orientation, and then after you finish the course and you finish the orientation, then we're going to get you a job, and then the job will pay $2,000 a month. I mean, you work with us for 2 years. After 2 years, you can opt to keep working with us, or you can just become an independent. You will know your skill sets after working for 2 years will have increased. And then maybe it's possible we may be able to ask the client, hey, we need to get more money for Joyce. Now, how do I spell your name? Now, Cologne? Okay, Joyce, we can say, hey, we need more money for Joyce. If they agree, then we'll give you the rates they gave. You understand? So those are the just the short form of it. I could go on forever. So, but more than just getting the certification, you really, really want to be good at your craft. If you say this is your craft, you have to go beyond the, I mean, I tell testimony, because they have the group. Oh, another thing is, once you finish orientation, you're going to be in a group forever with people that you take the class with, who also, so that if you, let's say you're working, your job might be in Switzerland, the other person's job is in Canada, and you have a problem, but you are both on the same, like Teams platform like this. You can just come and put your problem and say, Esther, you have to help, or you can just put it to the class, say, guys, I have this problem. And somebody in your class, you'll be a support group for each other. We'll keep this group open for you. There are 3 platforms you can meet. You can meet here. We also have a Discord server, which we'll create for this class that will be open for you always. We also have a Telegram where you can Telegram people in your own group. The Telegram is actually for pretty much everyone who has done RPA. So people have done before you, people may do, maybe be after you, everybody in that platform. But for Discord server, we'll create one for everybody that graduates from this group. You have your number. There's a number that let me see what the number will be for you guys. Teams. Okay, yeah, there's a code we give to it. There's I just want to, let me copy it and say what your class name will be. So, yeah, it's up here. Why do I copy this thing? Is this exist anymore? I can't copy it. Let me see if I can manage. Oh yeah, I can copy it. You'll be the official name of your class forever. I mean, your group. I'll give you the name in a minute. It's going to be in the chat box. So if you look, you'll see it in a minute. HRPA 22, this because it's 2022, 2303 or something. That would be the name of it. That would be the name of your class forever, so that people in that class, there will be people you will have trained with, you will have done orientation with, and then you'll be like your classmates, like people graduate the same graduating class forever. So you'll be, the opportunities that could arise when somebody's working, you pull it to call Olumide, say Olumide, George, we have this opportunity where we're working or something, and somebody could call you. So you're going to be each other's support group forever. You'll be there for you to utilize and to help. And there are some times when you are the one who's helping. It's immaterial whether you get help or you give help. So that's about it. That's all I remember. urge you to really study hard, to really study hard, and just get it. If you think you're not going to put effort, then don't waste your time. Don't do it. You have 10 weeks, then you have something that you can hold on to forever. And if you're not going to do it, don't waste your time. Go do whatever else that you're doing that you enjoy doing, all right? We're looking for people who will commit to this for those 10 weeks. That's about it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hold on one second. Yeah, hold on. Okay, go ahead, Korede.
All right, sir. Yeah, Mr. Victor, any counsel from you? I know you are working on testimony and Julius' resume recently. So any counsel from you on what they should?
I'm going to make all this.
Yeah. Can everybody mute, please? Yeah, thank you, Corey.
Does it only
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
that I used to see in TV now?
Somebody is talking in the background.
Go ahead, sir. I just muted her.
Okay, good. So, welcome again, everybody. Like my partner, Mr. Shubade, has explained to you, he has given you a good brief of the program we are presenting to you. And being that both of us, we are from Nigeria, we just happened to have come to the US a long time ago. And we look back at the trajectory of events over there, what is going on, and we see acute unemployment, we see less and less opportunity for people, especially youths that are graduating. And like you said, we can do this program anywhere. We have employed people to work for us from Philippines and other people through those remote work people. But we figure that we can do this over there and bring some of our people, this opportunity to get out of what do we call abusive situation over there. So we decided that, okay, we're going to do it there. And so I want to encourage you guys. It's a global, it's an opportunity that gives you a global audience. So if you plug in, you apply yourself, and you prove yourself qualified, then you are open to getting employment. It's a global employment opportunity, not local to Nigeria. That means your opportunities are almost recession-proof, because recession can be in Nigeria, but then it's not in the US or most of the places where we have the employers. So it gives you that global opportunity to tie into, and you have to really show competency. This is not an issue of I know somebody, the connection angle that is prevalent in Nigeria. You have to show competency and prove yourself. And the only way you can do that is to plug into the program, be serious, and get your certification. If you decide to work for us, do the orientation. Like Testimony told you, she's been doing orientation. I actually have a resume that we have presented already to potential employers who are interested in hiring her and a partner, and we are hoping that we can close in on that very soon. And like my partner said, your background really doesn't matter, so don't be intimidated. You don't have to be a programmer, a computer science major, or anything, or to have worked in IT for so long. It really doesn't matter if you are literate and you can apply yourself. For example, you can see Testimony is still actually a student of engineering at University of Ibadan. She has not graduated, but she has passed this certification, and she has put herself in a position to even hand more money than what her professors are striking for in the ASU people are striking for. So she's put herself in a position to tap into global opportunities, not just local opportunities. So that's what you guys have to have at the back of your mind that this is a big opportunity, and you have to bear down and tap into it, because robotics and AI, if you know, they are the same ecosystem, and that's where the industry is trending. A lot of things are going that way. People, the big companies here and the people using them, they want to save money or and save time and automate a lot of things. So the demand is out there, and if you get yourself certified, you get yourself the knowledge, you will definitely be able to tap into the uh, opportunity. So I want to encourage you to get serious about it. And like my partner said, it doesn't cost you anything but your cost of your data to attend the training. We are not charging you for it. You guys know, even if you want to go and learn ordinary Excel or Microsoft program in Nigeria, there somebody's going to charge you for it. And so we are giving you a free opportunity. And if you really apply yourself, you can even get a scholarship so that we pay for your certification exam. So it's all up to you, and I encourage you to dedicate time and plug yourself into this. That's all I have for you.
Sir.
Over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I'd like to say before I bring Mr. Amoye in, this class, this current class, we have over, as at the last I checked this about a few hours ago, before we had about 694 persons who had registered. Now, out of the 694 persons, yes, there's opportunity for all, but we know that some may choose not to be serious. But we just want to hope that you'll be part of the serious persons. Now, we're not looking at getting in the 600 and something persons, but we have a target. So if you are able to go through this training and you fulfill all that is required of you, you will be able to come in or be part of those that will eventually get into the orientation. So what I'm trying to say is that this class is flexible, but it's going to be competitive. Competitive in the sense that you have to show in, you have to put in your efforts, you have to show seriousness for us to be convinced that you are ready for this. So as much as it lies on you, you shouldn't be the person saying, oh, I don't have data, I don't have electricity, I don't have that. We know all those factors are prevalent in Nigeria, but those who have gone through this and have successfully completed it, they might have also been faced with similar challenges, but they overcame it. So it's all on you to overcome what will keep you from getting to where you need to get to. So please pay attention to that. Mr. Temileyi, are you in, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so can
Good
you,
evening.
I suppose you're on two devices.
No,
Okay.
that's not me.
Oh, okay. All right. So can you tell us about the enrollments?
Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome again. So I guess we're all excited, and we would like to know how you would be attending our classes, or how would be accessing all our course materials which you'll be needing for this course. Now, we at Hang Academy, we have an LMS, as you probably heard earlier, where all the information you need, all the things you need to be placed. And I'd just like to quickly run you through the process by which you use to register for the courses and also attend your classes, take your tests, submit assignments, and other things that you need to do pertaining to the course. And if you bear with me, let me share my screen so you can all see how it's going to go. So can you see my screen, Mr. Crazy? Or can anyone see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so you can see on the homepage of our website, which is this here, hammeracademy.tech. Once you get to the homepage, now if you're a new user, your first step would be to sign in or log in. Now let me log out so I can show you exactly where the button would be. Now, as you can see on this part of my screen, top right, there is a login / register button. So you have to go in there, enter your details, and make sure the accurate details here when you create a new account. Because we will have to verify your identity once you've completed the course and you want to work for the company for Grandida. Now, on logging in and creating an account and logging in. Sorry? On creating an account and logging in now. To access the course, you can see on our homepage a list of courses we offer in Grandida or in Hammock Academy. Now, for this RPA is divided into two different, like call it sections, or two different levels. There's the associate and advanced. Now, for we newcomers, the first thing we need to do is register for the associate course, and that's this one here. This course that reads UiPath RPA. So clicking on it now should take you to an enrollment page. Because I'm not logged in, it's not showing. Let me log in and show you exactly what you see. Now, once you've enrolled, as you see a page that says click to enroll, say a button there. You can't miss the button. So once you've done that, you'll be led to this page now, where, as you can see, the topics you'll be doing in each course and everything you need, be it videos, replays of previous classes, be it maybe some content that
Can you show an example, Mr. Amoye? Just play it and do.
So there's no video here because you've not had any class, so there's no video here to watch. But then once you've had a class, there will be a link, something like this now. There'll be a link like this where you can click on and you'll be directed to the video where you can watch at your own time in case there's something you didn't understand and you want to go over it. There are also things like this where we set up a practice test for anyone that wants to hone their skills in preparation for maybe the exams, or they want to see where they are at a point in time. They can come here at their own leisure or at their own free time, take the test, get their score, then we take it as much as you want. I think we've set the tests in a way that every time you come in, you get a different set of questions. So you can test your knowledge on a wide range. And we also set up topic specific tests where in the case when you want to just go and test your knowledge on the data manipulation, you go there, click on the test for that one, then test and see how prepared you are on that topic. Now, to attend your classes, in this first section, there is a link here, as you can see, that says enter class. When it's time for your class, which is 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday, rather. Clicking on this now will take you to Microsoft Teams. And I trust we all know how to use Microsoft Teams by now, because we're all in this meeting, so we have a degree of experience with it. So clicking on that link now will take you to the page and you can join via any device you want. If you want to continue on your browser, you can do that. And if you have the app on your laptop or phone, you click on that. And so I think that's the basics of you enrolling for the course and attending classes. So Mr. Korede,
okay,
is that
yeah,
I think
that's fine.
Yeah, that's
basic. I want to say something about Mr. May, just an anecdote. He's the first person to become a developer under our program, the very first ever. So he's an extremely brilliant and competent person. I know that because things that I want to do, I don't have a clue. I just say, Mr. Amoye, And they'll say, yeah, it will know a technical way to solve it. It doesn't matter so it's an extremely competent and knowledgeable person. You're in great hands.
Yes, thank you for the compliment, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Moye. So we're going to take questions now. I have some hands raised. So, Balumi, unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Thanks again. Thanks once again because I've attended the webinar right from the very first day you started. So,
okay,
I wanted to ask concerning the orientation period. How is it going to be? Is it that you are going to need us full-time or it is part-time?
It's going to be
full-time,
full-time.
like we stated on the website.
Okay, it will be full-time during the orientation
It'll be
period.
full-time, and you get paid. It's not much during the orientation. Everybody that's in the orientation will get 50,000 naira a month for the orientation. But you have to be there on time. What we're trying to do is, I know when you finish and you get a job, you get paid $2,000. But during the orientation, you're only going to get paid 50,000 naira a month. You have to come on time. We have to, I mean, you have to really if you can't meet those criteria, the criterion specific criterion, then you don't need to join the orientation. You only need people who will say, okay, for a greater good or for where I'm going to vault from, I have to give this 6 months. I mean, there's no other way. We're trying to create a second part where you will attend at least a certain percentage, but we are not going to pay you. You still have to, so because some people ask for it, that listen, I can't do this and I will finish the orientation, but they have a job, maybe pays many times that. So, but they say, I mean, we will be able to monitor that they finish everything, but they don't want, so they can do without the pay and they still want to work with us. So because of that, we're looking for a way to maybe accommodate those. We haven't really worked that out yet. We're still working it in our head how to do it. But if you can't be there like full time, we're not going to pay you. But it's immaterial if you get a job 6 months later and you're good. Because some people have very vast programming experience, but that's not all. We are really, it's not only knowledge, it's only we want you to take courses in public speaking, on integrity and all those things, which will be certificates you can show that at least you've given those things a thought, which may impress employers and all that. So, but when it's going to be full time. Short answer.
Okay, sir. Concerning the page, the home page for the IMAC Academy, can we get reading materials? As in, is there reading?
There are resources for the courses you are taking or for the course you will be taking. There are resources.
All the materials are free.
You can always access it through the LMS.
Electronically, everything you need, nothing, you don't have to buy anything.
Do we have videos for those materials too?
Yeah,
resources is not just limited to PDF. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I think there are videos. I'll let Mr. Amoye answer that one.
There are resources as my colleagues have said earlier. And regarding the videos, what you have on the on the platform are videos of previous courses, and if along the line we have another thing that we deem is necessary or that we feel people should get more information on, and we have maybe videos on that, we can add that. But what you put on the LMS mainly are PDFs and recordings of our previous classes.
Okay.
Mr. Moye, are we going to be recording the classes now or not?
Yes, we are.
Concerning the
Mr. Moye.
studio.
Good evening, sir.
Hold on, someone is still asking question.
Okay.
All right, sir,
Concerning
no problem.
concerning the studio, sir, I as at last week, I went to the homepage and I passed through the homepage to UiPath to go and I followed the instruction to go and download the studio. So it was stated there that during the if I want to download it, I should use iMac Academic Nigeria. So I sent the message and they forwarded a message to my Gmail that I should download the studio. So I downloaded the studio and I have the studio on my system already. So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask that is that right or wrong?
That
Tell us about that during the class,
right
because
step.
you'll still be taking through the steps. Yeah,
Mr.
it's
Moye,
the right
can you
step.
answer that quickly?
Okay.
So yes, that's the right step. You ready, and after downloading it, you have what's it called? You have set it up, right? I mean,
Yes.
then you are fine. You are ready to begin your journey to become an RPA developer. So you've not put a step wrong, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hope that answers that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good evening, sir.
Palumi, you can put down your hand. Hold on. I'll be calling names. Ayodeji Mohammed. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello.
If you want to ask a question, just raise your hand. There's a way you can raise your hand. So Ayodeji, go ahead now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity. Yeah, I just have I have two questions. The first one is on this RPA certification. Because from what Mr. Duroshama said earlier, he said once we are certified, it is for life. I know like some other certifications, some of them that I have, I know after a certain period of time, maybe 2 or 3 years, the certification becomes invalid. You need to recertify. So I just wanted to get some kind of confirmation on that. Then the second one is about this orientation. The orientation, you said it's going to be full time. I want to have an understanding of what full time. Is it going to be? Are we going to be using the Nigerian time? Is it going to be like as we're working here from 9 to 4? Or,
okay, those are the two questions.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Gabriel.
And those are my questions. Yeah, those are my questions.
The first part, I'm going to let Mr. Moye answer that. Or Mr. The certificate for life or not? Mr. Moye, Mr. Droshama. Okay, I know I've read that it's for life, but I want to.
Yeah, you want your certificate for life, but like in every industry is always evolving. They bring in new materials to that what you have learned. They built in new programs to develop even their platform, and just like Cisco, then it requires you to take new certification to add on top of what you have. Basically, what you have is good. That's what is good, but that is not going to become obsolete. But as a technical professional, you need to continuously evolve and take certification. In my life, I don't know how many certification exams I've taken since I went to engineering school. Since I graduated, even while I was working, I had to be constantly taking different certifications. But most of the certification that I took, and I believe this is not that they expire, it's more like the technology evolves and it requires that you take a different certification as the technology evolves.
Okay, what was the second question again? Quickly, just short. What was the second question?
Yeah. The second one is the orientation program. Are we going to be using, is it Nigerian time or is it American time?
American time is East Coast time. East Coast US time,
Okay,
which
okay.
is 5 hours behind Nigeria right now. Sometimes it's 6 hours. It changes. So they have the two times when time. So you either 5 hours ahead or you're 6 hours ahead. And you have to expect to spend 8 hours a day, like you are really working on yeah. You have to be present. You have to be engaged. You have to be doing your project. You can be talking to people in your group to ask questions. We encourage that so that you don't have to know everything. You can say, guys, you'll be surprised that you retain more things that you discuss than the things you read by yourself. So you can ask questions. Say, guys, what does this mean and all that? And then you all chip in. You are there, just while you're doing your project. Then because you can hear if somebody's asking a question in your group. You can, so somebody can say, okay, let's say Kende Ogoluwa wants to ask Peter a question, and you just say, hey, or just throw the question out to the group. That's it. Yeah. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Another reason for that is that when you eventually get employed, you're going to be working based on the US time. So during the recession, you're already used to working those hours, and you just transition straight into working like that for employment, because this are not, like we said, they are not Nigerian employers. So you have to work on during the business hours of the US time, and some may even be among you have to even work on the West Coast time. If the employer there is out there in California, then you just have to work during those hours.
Okay, so Nona, can we have you? Nona Amonye.
Yes. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I just want to know if I'm doing something wrong. My friend told me about the program and sent me the link, and I tried to register. I was given a form to fill. I filled the form, and they said someone will get back to me. I didn't get any email or anything. She sent me another link. I did try to create my login profile, and it was successful. I even can see some of the courses that Mr. Amoye was talking about, but I still did not get an email for this webinar. I've not even gotten one. She
So how
sent me
did you
the
come
link
in?
for this one. She sent me the link for this. Yes.
Did you check your email?
Yes, I did. I even went to my spam to check, and I didn't get
You
anything.
checked promotion folder as well?
No, I didn't check promotion folder.
Yeah, so it might be there because we sent out email.
I think we should give for people who have problems if they have problems, we should give a bite so that we can walk you in if by chance. I don't know. Do we have a back door? Do we have an email or somewhere that we know they'll be able to? So let's do that. Let's find a back door for people right now. If by chance then it's time for class, you can't get it. So let's do that. Let's find right now. If by chance then it's time for class, you can't get it. So let's do that. Let's find right now. If by chance then it's time for class, you can't get it. So let's do that. Let's find right now. If by chance then it's time for class, you can't get it. So let's do that. Let's find right now. If by chance then it's time for class, you can't get it. So let's do that. Let's find right now.
Okay, so I'm going to drop an email in the chat box.
Okay.
But I believe you should have gotten the mail. If you entered your email correctly while registering, you should have gotten the email. So
Yeah, so sorry, what do you mean by promotion folder? Because like I can't see
do
any
you
of
use a
that in
Gmail
my
account?
Yahoo email. I use a Yahoo email.
Okay, so
I use the
Yahoo.
Yahoo email to
All right,
register.
what you would do just to keep this short, just pick the email address
Okay.
I just dropped in the chat box. If you have
All
any
right.
complaint, just send in an email. We'll respond to that.
Oh, okay. All
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Did you give your email? You give a backdoor so that everybody that hasn't, no matter what the problem is, we're gonna solve it anyway.
Yeah,
Can
so
you give
the
them?
email
Oh, okay.
the email I dropped will help work for that, so they can
Okay,
pick it up.
so
Anybody can
let
pick it up
everybody
and
know
send
it's
in
in
their
the chat.
complaints. recruitment@imacacademy.tech.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Recruitment@imacacademy.tech. Yes. So if you have
So,
any issues, please send an email there, and somebody will respond and walk you in. We'll find somebody to help you get in. Okay.
all right. So Olamide George. Ayodeji Mohammed, please put down your hand. Nona, you can put down your hand. Olamide George, please unmute yourself and ask your question now.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question about how to download the UiPath. So I don't know how to do that. I've tried. So, and secondly, are we going to use the password that you put on the screen, which is the HRPA?
No. That's just a class
2282.
identity. It's not a password. So
Okay.
it's just an
It's not much that
information
everybody
that
should have it, right?
no, you will still get it later. If you get into the orientation, graduate, you still get those details later. The CEO was just explaining something with it.
Okay, I came late actually, so I'm so sorry.
Okay. All right. So
So
for
secondly,
the UI, for the studio, you would have a
yes, sir.
walkthrough during your class. So if you have issues, you can always tell your instructor. It will guide you on that.
Okay, so to
everybody's
log
going to
in
get
tomorrow,
yeah.
are we going to use the same email, the same login, just like today, to the class, I mean?
To log in tomorrow, though we're going to send you a link, but you can access your class through the LMS platform, just like Mr. Timileyi showed it earlier. So as it was shown, you came in late.
Maybe you can show us again, sir.
No,
I came in
we
late.
can't show it again. So we're going to upload the replay. So you can check the replay by tomorrow.
Okay.
Check the replay on the, what is it called, on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
All right. So you will be able to pick it from there.
Did we give everybody the YouTube channel? Can we give a link?
We sent it via email. So if they have been checking their email,
can we send it again to this chat?
Okay, I will do that. All right.
And if you have any problems, there's an email address. We can still call for help, and we'll get you in. All right.
Okay. So Osheni Kainde, over to you now.
Okay, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good evening, all. Okay, I came in a bit late, but I'd like to ask. For instance, I am a student of the University of Nigeria, and I'm very interested in this. But I'd like to ask, for someone who is in the university, who also has a busy schedule, I would like to know how to manage the timing properly, such that one doesn't clash with the other, and effectiveness is also achieved, sir.
Unfortunately, we can't help you. You have to be the one who manages your own time. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. We're not going to change because we're going to have 400 people. I can't make changes that every little change that everybody wants. So we have a structure, we have the time, and it's public knowledge what our times are for class and for orientation. We'll expect somebody to have a way to adjust to that one. We have to be the one immovable thing that everybody has to adjust to because it's impossible for us to adjust to 400 people. I mean, by adjusting to one person, you dislodge somebody else. You know what I mean? So we have a format. We can't help. It's one of those things we cannot help with.
Sorry, sir. In cases where someone has to take examination, for instance, is there a way where permission can be taken for those kind of incidents, sir?
Do you have what exam you're talking about?
I was saying something like that. I'm a university student, so there are times where we do have our examinations, and the time could clash. And it's not going to be every day, of course, but I just want to ask: in times where your exam clashes, are there times you could like take permission, say maybe
The
to
class
just
is
walk?
at 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Are you taking your exam at 7 p.m.?
No, I'm saying in the time of the orientation and eventual working with these
Oh,
organizations, sir. Not this classes time, sir.
oh, during orientation, we are having a second group. We're trying to formulate that. We haven't really formulated it. If we are in the second group, we are not going to pay you, but we expect you to attend most of the orientation. A certain percentage will get you, but we are not going to pay if you don't have, if you are not a strict adherent to our structure. You know what I mean? So, because we want people, but there are people I understand like you can't meet that thing like come at 9 a.m. Eastern time and leave at 5 p.m. Eastern time because you have I explained it. Some people actually opted that I don't have to pay us this money. We will do the orientation. We still want to work for you. So we are creating a second. So, but you have to attend maybe, I don't know what percentage, 80% to 90% of the orientation if you're not. But everybody that's in the real orientation, we expect 100%. I mean,
Um,
we expect not 99%, 100%. You come in on time every day, you leave, and you have to be engaged throughout the class. So, because we want you to, those people after 3 months, after they finish certain project, we'll give them their laptop and so that then when you get a job, we'll give you a second laptop because we want you to have redundancy. At that point, we'll give you inverter so you don't run out of electricity. Fortunately for us, people when they start job now, Starlink is in Nigeria, which is satellite based and is very robust. We'll give it to everybody that has a job so they don't have to worry about, unfortunately, you don't move it around. It has to be either in one spot, but it will be reliable. It will be more reliable than anything you've ever had before. And it's unlimited, so you don't have to worry about my data or anything. So, but
sorry, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. I'm even asking that in a case where you get employed and yet you're still a student, and say you have to maybe write exam at the time where you have to also work. So I'm asking if one could take permission. I'm not even talking about now, or I'm talking about the working time when you eventually get employed, sir. That's what I'm talking about, sir.
I mean, it depends on the employer. Most employers they don't want to hear any story because they are running a business. They are counting on you. I mean, some may allow you, but I'm going to say you shouldn't put your mind on it. But the way Americans think is if you can do the job well, they don't really need to see you. If you are that good, nobody's going to be asking where you are. You know what I mean? But if you are you're just so, they want to know you are working. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. If you need me, put a
Okay.
gun to my head. I'm going to say no. It's not going to work. But I don't know the answer. It depends on. We're not going to take everyone to one employer. Say IBM, take them all. We're going to anybody that needs somebody at that point is who we're going to give the employee to. You know what I mean? So we don't know what their policies will be. You may get lucky and people will understand that. Hey, but most places you can tell them if it's not something you're doing frequently. Like, listen, I want to work in advance because I won't be here on Thursday. You have to give advance notice. Like, hey, next week at this time, I'm going to need to take off. So I want to work. If you have some things for me, I can do so that I'm, most of they will be, they're going to be receptive to that, especially if they think you're a talent. Like you work, they think you know your stuff. They say sure, and most likely they will say sure for sure. If they think you're a talent and you know your stuff. If they don't think so, then they may not be receptive. But I don't have the answer. Depends on each employer.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
So I'm going to go to the next person, Afis Abdul Mo. Well, Afis.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to this platform. My simple question is, actually, I took a step further by enrolling on the iPad Academy courses, and I've actually done I've built my first automation, and with that, I actually
Sorry, can you be a little bit more audible? Can barely hear you. You said you've gone a step further.
I said I've actually gone a step further by enrolling on the UiPath Academy, and I've downloaded the Studio X. I did my first automation already, and with what I have seen there, I actually didn't see any iota of programming in what I did, because basically all the things they are already integrated on it. It's just for you to use them and continue with your automation. So one thing that I actually want to ask is, when is it immediately after the program, after the 10 weeks program, that will be starting the orientation? That's number one question. Number two, after the orientation, which is 6 months, is it immediately that we are getting the job, or we have to wait for some process for them to help us get the job?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you mind if I answer that? The orientation may not start immediately. Depends. Well, you know the date in advance. Whatever that date is, you will know it in advance. It's not going to be like a magic thing that you're guessing. We'll let you know. Like the people that finish their class, about the orientation starts October 24th, and they finished about, because a lot, so, but you know the date. You know the date way before the class. Maybe by the time you're halfway through the class, this class, we'll set the orientation date, or towards the end or something. About the job, actually, part of what we try to do, the orientation period actually may increase. And I'm glad Testimony is here. Is she still here? Testimony? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because Testimony, and they asked for, they came and said, listen, we saw there are 2 certifications which are also RPA, which is but not UiPath. One is by one company called Automation Anywhere, and the other is Blue Prism. They said they want to take it, and we said, go ahead, we'll pay for it. So that may extend. We are trying to see if we can increase. I mean, it's going to cost us money. Basically, for the period, you're going to have to take those 2 certifications. We think if you have 3 robotic process automation certifications, it will make you, maybe among the very best on paper in the whole world. So we thought we'll do it. So 6 months may not be 6 months, because the current people in orientation requested that it's a good thing. I said, hey, sounds good too to us, you know what I mean? So if this may be 8 months, but yeah, and while you are doing orientation, we may, a part of what is up to 4 weeks, we can loan you out to companies to test you out. If they want you, we start to do that after about maybe once we think you are competent enough. It's how we feel. We just pick people that we think are ready, and we'll say, listen, test these guys out. And then if they test you out and say, yeah, we want the guy, then your orientation may end there, but we still want you to finish the orientation, but you may start work. You know what I mean? So, but Right now, orientation is 6 months, but we really may need to reevaluate that, and it may, because testimony, how many weeks did you guys ask for the 2 certifications?
We asked for a month.
You can do it in a month for the 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so that means orientation becomes 7 months. So that means we have to now pay 1 month's extra salary to everybody and pay for help them with the exams. So which we don't know that will cost yet. But for those people, if you're working for us, yeah, we want you to have those. I estimated 2 months, but if you say you guys can do 1 month, that's fine. That's good for us. But I was thinking we're going to change it to 8 months. But maybe since the testimony says 1 month, that means 7 months. If you guys do it in 1 month, then everybody else should be able to do it in 1 month. So yeah, after 7 months is when we expect to get you to work. We have headhunters. Once you start orientation, they'll be looking through the class, picking through you guys, see who in their view, they will let you know they have interest in you. They will come into your orientation anytime, just see how you perform to see if they can place you and all that. So if nobody is really interested in you, then you have to know maybe you need to up your game real quick. So you understand, we have headhunters, they're part of it. They're not part of the orientation, they're just to come in and look in the corner and watch who is performing, who is talking, how articulate or intelligent they think the person will be, how competent they think the person is. And they can call on anybody and say, hey, I want you to give me your sample resume. They can help you prepare it, show it to you, and start preparing you way before 7 months, maybe about the 3rd month. They start looking, poking, and saying what they've got. Okay.
Okay. Another thing is that is the UiPath platform, the courses. Is it going to play a major role in our learning?
Is it what?
Is it going to play a major role in our learning? The courses available on their platform on UiPath.
Yeah.
Like
the courses you are going to take, they are already on UiPath. I mean, UiPath made it available everywhere. I mean, so we're going to use their courseware mainly, their course instruction booklet, because that's what comes out in the exam, right?
Okay, because they have videos that I've actually started watching, and they did their first automation regarding Microsoft Office, sending mails, downloading mails attachment, and getting invoices and the likes being automated. So that's their first thing. I've been trying to go through their courses.
All right.
Mr. Kolawole shall be determining who talks though, except maybe occasionally when I button. So yeah, don't stay within the course content. Go beyond that. Go to YouTube, go to GitHub, go to everywhere. Learn about the trade, learn as much as you possibly can. You understand? But I'm going to defer to Mr. Korede Kolawole to tell us who's going to talk next.
Okay.
All right.
So Precious Norum. So if you are not in, I'm going to call Kingsley. Okay, David. If your question has been answered in the course of responding to others, please put down your hand. You help us to close early by doing that. Kingsley, if you are not in, I'll move to the next person. David, are you speaking? I can't hear you. So Chigozie.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you, David.
Okay, my question is, okay, during the class, not the orientation, what if something very important comes up and you will not be able to attend from 7 to 10? Because I think during September I'll be traveling to Lagos through bus, so I don't really know when I would reach Lagos. So that's why I'm asking the question.
Okay, so if you are traveling, you are not traveling always. So we understand that there are some cases where something may come up, but it's not frequent. When it becomes frequent, then we know that that student or participant is not serious with the class. So there are some occasions where you have a few interruptions, but don't make it consistent so that you can have a good record. So if you're traveling for one day, that's fine.
Okay,
Also,
okay. Thank you very much, sir.
the courses are uploaded to YouTube. You can watch on YouTube for that day. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
if you miss something, you can still see the content for that day and try to catch up the best you can.
All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you very
sir.
much.
So Kingsley, you can ask your question now.
Hello, sir. I'm back.
Go ahead, ask your question, Kingsley. I would assume you are not back yet. Chigozie.
All right. Good evening. This is Chigozie. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
I wanted to know about this orientation. If it's the time, is it on site or online?
It's
And
virtual. Everything we're doing is virtual.
and the time for the orientation will be 7 to 10.
No, time for the class is 7 to 10 Nigerian time. Time for the orientation is going to be US based. The work hours of US, 8 hours a day.
Of our choice or of the choice
No,
set by.
time is constant, right? So, US resumption and closing time. That's your work hours.
Okay. That's what I want.
Okay.
And for orientation, it's not 3 hours a day. It's 8 hours a day.
Yeah, 8 hours actually. That was what I.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm it.
All right. So favor.
And then again,
Okay,
sorry.
go ahead.
Again, I want to know our working platform will be on the HiMark platform, or will there be a software where we'll be working on? I mean, communicating, and then
Yeah, we have
projects.
Microsoft Team is a major platform we're using, and so if we need you to get in on other platform for communication's sake, we will let you know. But for the class, it's Microsoft Teams. For the orientation, if there are other needs, we'll let you know during the orientation.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, favor Chisom. If favor is not in, I will call in Esther.
You hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Favor, go ahead.
Hello? I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Favor. Please go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to ask if there is a way we can have a direct contact with the people that are running the program, because this is a programming and many of us don't know many of this part. So in case we encounter a challenge or an issue, if there's any way we can reach out to you guys to help us, and then this is also a career path. So if there's more we need to know, if there's more we need to learn, maybe we can also reach out to you people to help us. That's my question.
You have your instructor who will be the only person you mainly have to reach during the training period. The instructor will have all the answers you need. When you start orientation, it becomes a little bit different because you'll have access to everybody that you need. But during the training, your point of contact will be your instructor, and your instructor will help. If he doesn't have an answer, he knows where to get the answer for you, and you will have the answer that you need every time.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Well, I still have
right.
one more question.
Okay, go ahead quickly.
Okay, I don't know, but it's something with me. I like asking a lot of questions during a class. So because I don't know if this, I don't know how to say this, but I don't learn first. Like I don't learn on first instance, something like that. But I really take time to understand every core things about the whole subject. So, but
Yes.
I'm really good at learning. Why I
Okay,
ask the
so
first question is so that when it comes, okay, go ahead, sir.
no, just conclude so that we can tie it up.
Okay, so what I'm saying is maybe in the class as per that time, what the instructor will be saying, I might maybe be asking another question and then get another, like I'll miss another thing. So I was asking this instance, like maybe after the classes, like a student goes to meet the teacher after class to learn more or to get further understanding based on what was taught that day in class, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so your instructor will tell you how to reach out to him if you have questions. In-class questions are accepted, and that's why you have replay for replay of classes. So you can always watch what you missed or what you didn't get correctly. Then your instructor, just like I said earlier, your instructor will let you know how to reach him directly if you need to.
Okay. Okay, then one last question. After the one they pay 50K for, after that one, you said it's for 8 months, right?
Yeah, it's 6, 7 months for the orientation.
Okay, 6, 7 months. Okay, the orientation. After the orientation, you said we will be eligible to be employed for global workforce, right?
You'll be placed on job, and the salary, as we said at the point of registration, is $2,000 per month.
Okay. Then I wanted to know that is it from anywhere, like not necessarily Nigeria, right?
Definitely, it's remote, so you can work anywhere. The major thing is availability, being where you're supposed to be.
Available. Okay, according to that US standard time.
Yes.
And that's why we have designed the program to kit
Okay,
you
then
up for
okay.
to kit you up to be able to work from anywhere. The computer are giving the internet access and everything, so that there will be no itch, there will be no excuses. You can be in your remote village and still plug in and work. So that's why we are doing all that
Okay,
on our side.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, so then my last question for the day. Then after the orientation,
All right.
maybe have huh? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just one more question so that we can go to others.
Okay, sir. After the orientation, maybe you haven't worked for some time. Is there any more room for growth? Like, is there any more ladders one can climb in the program?
Yeah, so there are rooms. One room is personal development. The other is salary increase. And the CEO already said that after 2 years of working with us, there can be a review of, okay, I want a raise. And so it will be negotiated. And once that is done, you can have an increase. So there's room for growth. That's the summary.
Okay, so aside from me doing that, what if I acquire more skills that shows that I'm competent enough to be
Yes, that was why I said personal development, which is more skills, more certifications, which can definitely help you to get more salary or increase in salary.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That will be all for now.
Sir, please,
Hello?
can I ask a question, sir?
Can you call the next person? I think the next person is Esther.
Esther, please go ahead.
All right, good evening. Please, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Mine is not actually a question. I just a complaint about logging in, registering on the platform. I registered and I was supposed to get a confirmation mail, which I didn't get. I tried sending a mail to the help line, but I still didn't get anything till now. So I don't know if I can
Okay,
get help
so
with that.
send an email to recruitment. We'll check that for you. Have you enrolled?
Yes, I have.
Have you been getting any emails from us? Did you
Yes,
get
I
any
have.
today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you should be fine. So if you have enrolled, the class starts tomorrow. You just get into class, you are fine with that.
Okay,
So you
so
don't
the
have any.
thing is, from I followed the process, Mr. I'm sorry, I think it's Mr.
Mr. Moye.
Mr. Moye, yes.
Mis-
iMac Tech, iMacacademic.tech. That was where I
Okay.
registered, and I didn't get the confirmation mail.
Oh, okay. So it's about did you try logging in with the details you had
With the
submitted, like
link.
your username and your password?
Yes, but it told me that I have not gotten a confirmation mail yet.
Okay.
Okay, Mr.
Esther,
Timileyin.
if you have problems, there's a recruitment at iMacacademic.tech. Send a letter, send an email that, listen, I can't get in. This is how you can get in contact with me. Somebody will be in contact with you to walk you through, make sure you get it.
Okay, sir.
So anybody who has any problem, then you should get the email. If you didn't get it, then it has to do with us not doing something right here. So, but we'll fix it. We'll make sure you get it. So just
Right.
send your contact information to recruitment@timemacacademy.tech. Say, hey,
right.
this is my name.
Thank
I
you.
tried. These are the things I tried. I can't get in. Class starts today. I need to get in, and we'll have to get to it. Right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right. So Oluwakayode. Oluwakayode. If you are not in, I'm going to call the next person. Olamide George. Olamide George.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I say? Okay, sir. I've registered my UiPath right now. Am I going to get the instant email on my? Are they going to inbox me right now or
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah, they are to send you an email, so you get the information from them. Just
Okay.
check your email. Check promotion
No, I've checked
folder.
it. It's
Check
not
spam
yet.
folder.
It's not dropped, you know.
Then
You
if
just
it's not
registered,
there,
right?
if you have
Yeah, I
any
just
kind of
registered.
problem, send an email to recruitment@macacademy.tech so
Okay,
somebody
no
can get to
problem.
it.
No problem.
Okay,
And
hello, sir.
second, sorry, can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask about the Visual Studio Code. What about if you don't use UiPath? Is Visual Studio Code, is it the alternative for we must to use UiPath? Just must.
Mr. Timileyin.
So the
Because
course we are running is based on UiPath. UiPath is a company, and then they have a specific platform, or like call it an app, that they use to automate processes via RPA. So what you're using for this course is the UiPath platform, which consists of various things. But VS Code is not part of the things we're going to be using.
Okay, thanks, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Victor.
Wow.
Victor
evening.
Obojo. Yeah, good evening.
I have some numbers of questions. Okay.
Please run through it
First
very
one
fast.
is, how many days like, do we have to attend the lectures? Is it all week
Mondays
days
to
or maybe
Fridays.
just week?
Mondays to Fridays,
Okay,
7 to 10 p.m.
okay. What about the orientation? Is it still something like that? Or
Every US
hello?
work or every US work day is when you need to be part of the orientation for the 6 or 7 months
Okay,
period.
For 8
okay,
Do you want
hours
to?
okay.
per
That's
day.
And 8 hours
8
per
hours
day.
per day. You have to keep saying that.
okay. Since
I'll
we're
call
going
you.
to be doing orientation with a company, is it possible to maybe come in agreement with that company to be like, okay, let me work for 4 days a week instead of 5?
No,
Is
listen,
there
if
room
you
for
have such option, listen, if you have such thoughts in your mind, this is where you turn around and go do something else. You're going to work 5 days a week. You're going to do your work
okay?
well and on time. There's no, you haven't even started, you're negotiating that. So this might be the wrong platform for you. I need to rethink
No,
what you want to
no,
do. Don't waste your time here. All right.
Oh, okay. I've heard you. And another thing, another thing. After the orientation, hello. After the orientation, we have to work immediately, or we can maybe. Are you me?
Yours is not clear.
Victor, you are
You
not
can't make
clear.
out what he's saying.
Okay. Do we have to work immediately after the orientation?
Well, it depends on you. If you don't want to work immediately, that's you.
Okay.
But ours is to get you a job place, get you a job opportunity that will make you work after your orientation. Or if you don't want to work yet, you
Okay.
just want to go through it, it's fine.
Okay. But when I'm ready, will the job
Yeah.
opportunities still be available? Okay.
Well,
Thank you very much.
not we will have opportunities. So when you are ready, you come in. Then, if we can say that, if you can say confidently that you are one of those that fits in for whatever job, we'll start hunting for you again.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we basically have to
You're welcome.
evaluate you at that point and make sure
Yeah.
that the skill sets and the still match what our
Yeah.
clients are looking for. We just have to evaluate you at that time. It's not going to be automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Ezekiel. Ezekiel. If Ezekiel is not in, I'll call Ikechukwu. Ikechukwu John.
Hello, I'm here, sir. Hello.
Ezekiel, ask your question quickly.
Okay. Sir, my question is, first,
Okay. And after that, Williams. After that, Pelumi, and we close.
the exams. Are we all going?
Ezekiel, you are not audible yet.
Hello, sir. The exams. Are we all going to write it the same time? That's all. Everyone who is participating in the class, or some persons can go ahead to register. Before any other person and write the exam. And
Yeah, you
then
can do your exam ahead of time. So
okay.
if you feel that you are running faster than others, you can do your exam.
Okay. The
only exam that is that you have to do at the same time is our scholarship exam. If you want to get scholarship, we will set up an exam for those. So that one will be taken at the same time by everybody who is interested. But for the certification, you can run ahead of the class. If you feel prepared, take it anytime.
Okay. The $175. There is always a fluctuation of dollar rates. So I don't know if they can give us a stipulated amount so that we can work with that. Even maybe peradventure there is an increase, it will not affect
We
our
work with the
budget.
fluctuations as well. So it's based on black markets. It's not stable. So whatever the economy says or whatever the exchange says is what we work with. Except you have dollar in your account. That's what will make it stable for you.
Yeah, the day we want to pay for it, we will just look at the rate that day, and we'll do the parallel rate that day, and we'll do the calculation, and then you make that payment.
Sir, is it possible for someone to pay and then, just pay in advance without taking it first, and then thereafter the person pays?
You see, whatever you pay, because once you pass the 2 exams, we're going to refund your money. So exactly what you pay, if you pay us in Naira, because we can use our company card to buy you the voucher to take the exam in dollars, right? Whatever you pay after you pass the 2 exams and you've opted to work with us, we will refund to you that exact amount you pay in Naira. You understand? Unless you have dollars. So let's say for the first time you pay us 67,000 Naira for the second one you pay for $100. You pay at 670. Then even if Naira is 900 at that time, the time you finish, we're only going to pay you back exactly what you paid. Because you understand, we're going to give you back in Naira what you paid. If you do it in dollars, then we'll give you back to what you paid in dollars, which is $75 and $100. So it depends on what you pay, but we're going to fully refund everything you spend on the exam one way or the other to you. So it's not going to cost you, but we're not going to, once you finish the exam, the 2 exams, we're not going to pay after the first exam. You finish the second exam, except those people we're going to help just to give need scholarships. People say, I don't have the $75, but they are performing brilliantly on the test we offer, and you are scoring 90-something%, then we'll say, okay, we can take a risk on you. We pay you. But if you fail one, we are not going to pay you the next one. You have to pass it. So we're going to take some risk on some people. But we'll have to see that they're actually very serious students. They're like studying hard, and we have confidence that they should be able to pass the exam, then we will pay for them. Those ones we call scholarship people. All right?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I think that's all.
All right. So Ikechuku John.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Most of the questions I actually want to ask, I guess Pelumi has actually asked the question.
Okay.
So I guess I'm okay.
All right. Thank you.
For now.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Kainde Ogolua. If Kende is not in, I'll call Williams. If Williams is not in, yeah, I think I was to stop at Pelumi.
I'm here, sir. Kende is here. Kende is here, sir.
Ask your question quickly.
The question goes like this, sir. The other time when you were answering, I think not look at me.
Okay.
You made mention of us coming early and becoming on time. I want you to please buttress on that point, sir. I don't get. What do you mean by we coming early or something?
Coming early to class?
He was talking about the how will I put this now? The orientation. Yes, he was talking about the orientation, and then you said those that come early. That I don't know. I don't get the concept there. And
coming
you didn't dwell on
early
it.
is a factor of the set time. So you must not be late. That was what the CEO was trying to explain. You must not be late to, just like you'll not be late to work for your employer. So you must make it a practice from the orientation that you won't get to work late. If you are consistent with, if you are being late consistently, then you are going to get dropped out of the orientation. So coming early is basically being there on time, being where you're supposed to be right on time.
Okay. So does that mean there's a time frame? I would love to know that.
Yeah, we have a time, US resumption time and US closing time for the workday. So which we are going to let you know ahead of time when you get in. to the orientation.
Okay.
When you're about getting into the orientation.
My final question is that after the orientation, what's next, sir?
Job placements.
Okay. Okay. Right. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. So Williams.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening. Yes.
Okay, sir. So, sorry, my question coming from the angle of the UI path today we'll be using. I want to know if it's only for people that are using Windows or if I can access it with the OS I'm using, which is Linux.
No, Mr. Timileyin, can you help us with that?
So as at now, to the best of my knowledge, there is no UI path on Linux, but then that might change in the future.
Okay.
Please, can you say it again?
I said, as at now, to the best of my knowledge, there's no UI path for Linux systems, Linux operating systems, mainly Windows. So I don't know, that might change in the future, or it might be something out there that you can do to make it work on your Linux or other operating system. But from what I know, I don't have experience. It's only Windows that you can get the platform, the studio on.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. Then my second question, though it might be kind of disturbing, but I'm sorry. I joined the class late. I had problems with my Microsoft Teams. So I want to know how to get the link so I can enroll on the company's website.
Okay, so what we're going to do is this class is being recorded. So after tonight, we're going to upload it to our YouTube channel. We already placed the link to the YouTube channel in the chat box. So just get in there, subscribe, click the notification button so you get notified once it is uploaded.
Also, Mr. Kolawole, is there any way we can just give him the link also right now?
The link for enrolling, so I'll put it in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay, that's all for now, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So let's have the next person. Pelumi, I suppose you've asked your question, but if not, unmute yourself and ask now.
Thank you very much, sir. I saw
A code on the chat venue here. I don't know
what's
huh?
Is it HS or what did you say?
Yes.
No, it's not. Don't worry. It's a code for later. It's just an acronym for batches of graduating participants or students. So it's not something you need now.
Okay.
The CEO was trying to explain something. That was why I dropped it in.
Okay. Concerning the orientation period, after the 3 months that we are going to use for the training and the exam,
10 weeks.
So you said you are going to get us a laptop. Am I right?
3 months into orientation, if you have proved yourself worthy of worthy of the program, yes, just as it has been promised, you get those devices.
Okay, 3 months during the orientation period. That's when we are going to get
3 months into the orientation. The orientation period is 6 or 7 months. 3 months into the orientation period, meaning halfway into the orientation period. If you have proved yourself to be worthy of those devices through your work ethic, then you will get those devices.
Actually, we have something that triggers it, and since I don't know if Testimony is here, she can. Testimony, you still here? I just want somebody who is in the program.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you tell what triggers the getting of the laptop, and have you gotten yours? And what did you What was the trigger for it?
Okay, yes, I've gotten my laptop, and you have 3 portfolios to complete before 6 months or the 7 months, but you have to complete 2. That's a personal one which you're just going to do alone, and one that you have to collaborate with some other people. So you have to complete 2 projects, and that's going to be after attending their orientation regularly.
All right, thank you,
Okay.
testimony. So it's clear.
That answers your question.
Oh, yes, exactly. I heard
Okay.
you were talking about anywhere university the other time.
Automation anywhere.
Okay, automation
Okay.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are 2 during orientation now. That's why this orientation, the current orientation is actually going to be longer than by 1 month or maybe 2 months, depends on how quickly they finish. So because we want to add 2 more certifications to it, but those will be relatively easier because you've already done one robotic process automation. So we want to add what's it called again? Automation anywhere. Testimony, correct me where I'm wrong. And then there's another one called Blue Prism. So we want you to have all
Yes,
those
sir.
3. So during orientation, we're going to add that to the things you have to do, so that when we present you, you look good. So what you have to do is, immediately you start orientation, we are going to make sure you take those certifications right away. So it's like you're starting whatever you've done, but much faster now. So you'll have it by the time we now to, let's say, during your orientation, we have the option of posting you anywhere for 4 weeks for, we'll be paying you, those people will not be paying anything, but just so they trial you out, say, oh, this guy is good. And then if they want you, they'll keep you, then you become the employee or something. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we have attended to those we had given opportunity, but I'm just going to randomly pick 2 persons and then we close.
No, let's pick the people, 2 people that are next door. If they can make it quick. I mean,
Okay.
you don't have to greet anybody or be thankful for anything. Just go for the question quick and make it succinct and to the point. So maybe you can answer everybody's question, but you don't have to thank us. You don't have to worry about this is a great program or all that. Just say, my question, 1, 2, 3, and then we answer it. Please make it very succinct to the point. Who is the next
Okay.
person,
So
Mr. Kolawale?
Faith. I suppose
Faith is
Faith
not
is
here.
joining.
We're going to
Hello,
the next
Daniel.
Sir.
Good evening.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Palumi, you have to mute yourself. Somebody else is talking.
Faith, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Can you hear
Faith
me?
here?
My question, sir, is what if paraventure we have issue with connection from that 7 to 10? Hope the class will not be interrupted. Like, how can we start from where we stopped?
Well, the class has no interruption. The class will go on. So make sure you don't have network issues. But if it comes, the class will be recorded for you to catch up.
Okay, it will be recorded, so we can
Yes,
start
and
from where we
uploaded to
stopped.
the YouTube channel.
Okay, to be uploaded to the YouTube
The
channel.
class is recorded every day on YouTube. So we have the date, the day of that lecture. You can listen to the whole 3 hours if you want.
Okay, sir. So I hope there will not be penalty for if there is any issue like that, interruption.
Now,
I mean,
take note of this.
we'll be counting when you show up. I mean, we like
Yeah.
you to show up most of the time. So it's for you to make sure you don't have such interruptions. Have as few as possible or none.
Okay,
The
sir.
next
Thank
one
you,
is
sir.
Daniel. Is that Daniel? Faith, is Faith here? Faith Justin?
Faith just asked his question. So Daniel.
Oh, that was
I've
Faith that
answered.
asked the question.
I've asked my question.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so
Okay.
Daniel, is Daniel that asked the question, or who are we going to next?
Um.
I'm Daniel, sir. I have asked my question.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Faith, are you available now?
I think I saw a question. You can read Faith's question. If you ask a question, now why
Okay.
don't you read out?
My question is very short. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, go ahead. Ask.
Okay. I don't know about the login. I went to the page. I don't know how fast the mail you said you should send our
Confirmation
request
email.
to. Yes, the confirmation email. I don't know. I didn't get it too, but I've been
When
getting
did you try
messages
it?
and the likes. What did you say?
When did you try to register, and how long has it been since you've been expecting the confirmation email?
Since the first this thing meeting.
Okay, so send an email to recruitment@imacacademy.tech, so we'll look into it for you. Send in your details to recruitment@imacacademy.tech.
Okay, with my details.
Yes, through your email, send in
I've
your
already sent
username.
one. I'll send it again now. Yeah. Oh, that's the problem. The confirmation mail, does it come with username, or I will go to the iMac
Okay,
this thing?
just send through email. Send your name, the username you used, or you registered with. Those information will be okay.
Okay, that's the problem. I can't remember using any username. That's the problem.
Okay, just send your name and the email you registered with. You used in registering.
Yes.
And phone number if you need to contact the person.
Okay, sir. All right, sir.
Give your contact information to recruitment at iMac Academy. So, because
Can
tomorrow
you hear me,
class
sir?
starts, so we won't have to we can get to you right away and get it done.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me, sir?
I think already Mr. Kolawole is going to announce who is next.
Abraham.
I think it's Abraham. Abraham should be next according to this thing.
If Abraham is not in,
it will be a weaker
favor. And the last person, get ready. I may not be able to pronounce your full name. Ogana@outlook.com. Main Ogana at Outlook. Favor, go ahead.
Actually,
your voice is kind of muffled. Can you maybe adjust anything that is necessary so that we can hear you clearly? I think your maybe headset or something is not allowing us to hear you clearly.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I want to ask. I'm part of the June set actually, but I have some challenges and drawback. So I decided to join this set, and I've passed some of the things being mentioned here actually. Am I audible enough?
Yes. So what's the question?
So my question is the mention about the UAP Blue Prism and the automation anywhere. I think those ones will require, the little I've watched about them, require coding and all that. So that means after now we should go ahead because some of us doesn't have the programming background. Actually. So
Automation anywhere is during orientation, so it's not during the training.
Okay. That's my clarification. All right, thank you.
Well, welcome. Lee
Can I go?
Ogana. Eileen
Yes.
Ogana.
Yes, even Ghana. My question has to do with. I don't know if I have a question, but I have an issue with my the software. I have not been able to install it properly. When I launch it, it shows me my name and then asks it request for orchestra URL, and I really don't know where to get that.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is in class, when you get to class, there will be a time dedicated to installation. So everyone having issues with that will get it solved by that time.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Favor, was it Favor that wasn't available that is now available? I think you are the last person now.
Abraham is available.
Ask your question quickly.
Okay, my question is, for those of us that don't have programming background, what are they going to do for us? Are we in the right place for those that don't have programming background at all?
You are in the right place if you are ready to do the work. So the CEO already explained this. You may not have programming background, so to say, trying to pick from what the CEO explained, but you must be ready to learn. You must be ready to do the work. That will help you get along effectively.
Okay.
So you
Thank
are
you very
welcome
much.
to the class. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We planned this to be 1 hour. We have used 2 hours. We'll see you in class tomorrow. So put in the chat box. Let us know if you are ready to go all the way and to get your self-certified as a
And if you have problem, please don't forget the email.
recruitment
What's it again? recruitment@timemacacademy.tech. TECH. So we will try and make sure somebody reaches out to you and help you get in. Do it as early as possible. Okay. All right. Take care and good luck to everyone. Bye.
Okay, so good night, everybody. Thank you, our managing director, Mr. Victor Duroshoma. Thank you, CEO, Mr. Gabriel Adeshobande, and thank you, our instructor, Mr. Timileyin Amoye. Korede Kolaole. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and for getting prepared for the class. We'll see you tomorrow in class. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. All the best.
Bye.
Hi, good night.
Yeah, thank you, Testimony. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. We appreciate you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. I really
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much. All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Good night.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for the
Bye-bye.
class. Great.